Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, freaks and geeks, trolls and derps alike, welcome all. I am Mullet Mike with the Paddle Gaming Network and Full Screen, bringing you Creepy Gaming. That's right, folks, this is the show where we take a look at all kinds of creepy video game aspects over the years, including this guy. It's kind of turned into a seasonally tradition to have at least one type of Mario episode. So, for Season 6, we will be discussing none other than Super Mario World's I Hate You. No, wait, not like I Hate You, like that's just the name of the title. But anyways, let's just get right down to it. Turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some creepy gaming. I'm so dizzy. Oh. It's no secret that Nintendo likes to put scary little Easter eggs in their games. But could they have inserted an entire level hidden deep away, informing us of a dark revelation? This is what we will be discussing today. Mario needs no introduction. I've covered several Mario titles throughout the years. I think I've said all I need to of how he came about. The game we're talking about today is Super Mario World, the Red Plumber's first forte on the 16-bit Super Nintendo. Most people have played this game, both casual and hardcore gamers alike. If you haven't, then definitely go check it out. It delivers great platforming and a lot of fun. Just whatever you do, if you ever find a level called Oh God No, then do yourself a favor and maybe just go defeat Bowser instead. The story of I Hate You has been passed around the internet for years now. I was familiar, I had heard about it, and I saw that there were quite a few videos on it, but I never watched them. I never really read the official story. I guess it just kind of flew under my radar. That being said, I have gotten a lot of suggestions for this. So this one's for you guys. Thanks for being patient. Now, if you're familiar with the series at all, then you know I tend to find these stories pretty cliched. I'm not going to read it all word for word, rather than just give you a nice summary. But I do want to read you the opening in its entirety. The writer states, and I quote, "This isn't one of those haunted game stories. At no point are you going to hear me claim something within the game spoke to me, reacted to my words, or forced me to punch myself repeatedly in the face. No, this isn't about a haunted game, or a game doing something impossible, or even something it shouldn't have. This isn't about a glitch, or a hidden satanic message, and at no time did I phone Nintendo headquarters only to have my questions answered with hushed whispers or anguished screams. This story is about a game feature I don't think anyone else has unlocked. That's it. No ghosts. No conspiracies. Just a secret we were all supposed to find but never did. Something that changes an entire generation's childhood and the very essence of a multi-billion-dollar franchise. This is about what I assume to be a previously undiscovered alternate ending of Super Mario World." End quote. Alright, more of that. That's what I'm talking about. Good hook. This is what stuck out to me the most. Rather than going the cliched route, the writer establishes immediately that his story was a different kind of experience. No video game characters coming to life, no cartridge with black marker written on it, not even a plushie. Well, I was gonna use this as a gag or something, but it's fucking worthless now! The player claims to be a master of the Mario arts, beating the ROM on his emulator multiple times. After a while, he got bored, turned on Game Genie codes, and began to randomly explore this game. This is when it began to get strange. In the sunken ship stage, the writer noticed what he called the blind boo. There have been ghosts in Mario games, so there's nothing new there. But this boo literally did not have eyes like the sprites normally do. The person playing also noticed a misplaced key and keyhole. This is the part of the story where the writer tries to rationalize everything. Maybe the ROM was faulty or glitched. Plus, gamers familiar with Super Mario World know about the special world after beating Bowser, so this isn't too far-fetched really. After unlocking the mysterious portal, the writer claims he was taken to the screen. A new path opened up, and once there, the level's name appeared as Oh God No. So, naturally, he plays the eerily titled level, and guess what? More strange things happen. The whirlpool drags the player to an underwater castle. After entering, the writer claims he went down what felt like an endless corridor until eventually running into some more blind boos. He said that the ghost sprites didn't even move. They just lingered there, very creepily, as the writer describes them as almost hypnotizing. Next thing you know, BAM! A bloody bullet bill out of nowhere. Haha. It reminds me of a troll game. Anyone else getting Mario EXE flashbacks here? It's ironic because a lot of people get these two stories confused. But Mario EXE and Mario I Hate You are two different things. And there's another titled just Mario. Anyway, I digress. The writer remembered that he had access to Game Genie codes, so he enabled invincibility. Once in God mode, the player was able to surpass Bloody Bill only to find the disturbing message of I hate you. They were then chased down by a group of big boos, but the writer claimed that they looked different. They looked more sadistic and evil. Okay, that right there is why I like creepypastas that have some form of media. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but really, look at like Ben Drowned. It had all the video footage to go with it. Look at something even like what me and Mudahar covered, like Godzilla NES. The writer then noticed another bloody message. Why won't you die? It was almost as if Nintendo programmed this into the game and didn't expect that players could one day get past it. The writer claims to find a green pipe in which to exit. Once through, the player was immersed into a water level. He had to pass through some thwomps, but they were covered in pixelated blood. Once past them, the writer had to swim through a spike zone. It was here where he saw dead Marios impaled on the spikes themselves. The writer feels like this was showing the carelessness of how we play games and the multiple deaths of what we unintentionally see as an expendable character. It is then these zombie Marios are resurrected and begin swimming toward him. Making it out as fast as the writer possibly could, he eventually made it to a red steel door, which is typically the entryway to a boss fight. Oh, and he saw this strange looking mushroom, to which the writer said, "I ain't touching that shit!" Okay, so I might have paraphrased a little, but it was actually closer to that than you may have thought. The player enters the boss lair and at first didn't notice anything strange. That is until he saw something peering in on him from the distance. Huh, that looks familiar. Where have I seen that before? Oh my god! It's them. The Kadama. The woodland spirits. The Hell Valley sky trees. Whatever you want to call them, one cannot deny they eerily look similar to this shadowy figure. This, my friends, is what made the story really stand out to me. I began to do my typical creepy gaming research because I wanted to know when this story first surfaced. Was this written before or after Super Mario Galaxy 2's release? Remember what the writer first said. He didn't think that there was anything paranormal. The writer thought that this was an alternate ending that was programmed by Nintendo. And considering their track record, it wouldn't really surprise me at this point. This is where things get even stranger. Throughout my research, I tried looking up I Hate You on the official Creepypasta Wikia, which is basically like a collective anthology of all sorts of creepy internet stories. To my surprise, the story had been deleted. And this is a pretty well-known tale, mind you. Not just that, but this creepypasta had been removed not just once, but several times. This made finding the original author and the date it was written nearly impossible. So I went to YouTube to find the first videos regarding this disturbing story. My buddy Mudahar released a video in September of 2013, which was one of the earliest videos about it that I could find. But the official Creepypasta wiki states that I Hate You was first removed on December 2012, nearly a full year before Mudahar's Creepypasta reading. So again, I was wondering what came first, the chicken or the Easter egg? The story or the Kadama Easter eggs from Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Super Mario 3D Land? Well, upon further research, Super Mario Galaxy 2 was released in 2010, with 3D Land following in 2011. And because I can't find any evidence of the story dating before December of 2012, we can't know anything for sure. So while trying to find the original story, I eventually found it on the Trollpasta wiki, which is strange to me. For those who don't know, trollpastas are intentionally silly stories, usually ending in a laugh or two. I don't know about you, but I don't get that vibe from this tale, alright? So if I had to guess, I'd say the writer'd seen the Hell Valley sky trees from Super Mario Galaxy 2, and then decided to add one to his story. Either that, or that is one creepy coincidence. So when we left off, the player noticed the strange shadowy figure in the background. It is then we get a true revelation, an interesting fan theory that, fake or not, was pretty intriguing. We find that Mario's own sibling, tired of living in his brother's shadow, Luigi, reveals that he has helped kidnap the princess repeatedly in hopes of killing Mario. Thus is why we've seen the message, "Why won't you die?" After a short battle sequence, Mario regrettably defeats his brother, crying afterwards because his hand was forced. When Luigi fell into the lava, we see why the stage was named Oh God No. After this, the writer said that it took him back to the world map and everything was relatively the same, except after he viewed the ending credits once more. rather than the typical the end screen with a happily reunited Mario, Luigi, and Princess, he saw this. That concludes this chilling tale. I should note, someone made a ROM hack depicting the events of this story. You should check it out. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to play it for yourself. From what I've gathered, some people really do not like this story, but personally, I did. And those of you familiar with creepy gaming know I'm not that big of a creepypasta fan. Were there some cheesy moments? You bet your ass there was. Was it creepy? Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it now, doesn't it? Sure, there were elements of the story that were disturbing in a cliched way, but what really creeped me out was the idea that this could possibly happen. As I've stated before, Nintendo has a record of placing creepy Easter eggs in their games. Now, do I think they would actually go to this length? No, probably not. But the Hell Valley Sky Tree was a great addition to the story, and really made me second guess if it could be real or not. Even if this is just a fake troll pasta, I say because of the disturbing imagery, the Kodama connection, and the well thought out Luigi revelation, I Hate You has done more than enough to go down into creepy gaming history. Now, before I go, I'd like to close with a powerful yet creepy passage from the ending of the I Hate You creepypasta. And I quote, "None of this was a glitch. None of it was a mistake. It wasn't a developer getting back at Nintendo, and it wasn't a ghost haunting a Nintendo cartridge. It was a planned, purposeful part of the Mario Brothers mythos." End quote. Well, that's going to do it for me today, folks. That's going to do it for Useless Plush Mario here. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Creepy Gaming. Be sure to subscribe and like for more. I am Mullet Mike with the saying, stay creepy. Thanks for watching. Peace.